explain his question further. Arjuna Uvacha Ayoti Shraddha Upeta Jogat Chalita Manush Aprapya Jogo Samsiddhin Kim Gatim Krishna Gachati. So Arjuna said, this is impossible for me. Krishna said, not impossible, it's possible but difficult. The natural question comes, if it is difficult, somebody practices and fails, falls down in the middle, what will happen? Very nice question. Arjuna said, Ayati, Ayata means Jatna. Yatna, Prayatna, endeavor. And Ayati means failure in the endeavor. That means unsuccessful transcendentalist. Jati, Jati means Yati, Y-A-T-I. Yati means sannyasi, yogi. Yogi is called Jati. Yati. Ayati means not a yogi. It is the unsuccessful transcendentalist. Shraddhaya upeto. Upeto, engaged with faith, Shraddhaya. But Jugat chalita manasha. Jugat, from the Jugat, from the mystic link, from Yoga. Jugat means from Yoga. Chalito, deviated. Manasa, who has such a mind. Naturally, he will not attain prapya, he will aprapya. Aprapya, not gaining. That means failing to attain aprapya. What is that? Yoga samsiddhim. Yoga samsiddhi means perfection in mysticism. Yoga samsiddhi. Aprapya yoga samsiddhi. Failing to attain the highest perfection in mysticism or yoga practice. Kam gatim Krishna achati. Kam gatim. Which destination will go? Krishna or Krishna gachati asich. Gachati means go. Go means achieves. Arjuna said, "O Krishna, what is the destination of the unsuccessful transcendentalist, who in the beginning takes to the process of self-realization with faith, but who later desists due to worldly mindedness and thus does not attain perfection in mysticism?" What will happen to him? Nice question. The path of self-realization or mysticism is described in the Bhagavad Gita. The basic principle of self-realization is knowledge. And the living entity is not this material body, but that he is different from it, and that is that his happiness is in eternal life, bliss, and knowledge. And again reading. The basic principle of self-realization is knowledge. Which knowledge? That the living entity is not this material body, but that he is different from it. That means spiritual body. What is that? That his happiness is in eternal life, bliss, and knowledge. Satchitananda. These are transcendental, beyond both body and mind. Self-realization is sought by the path of knowledge, by the practice of eightfold system or Bhakti Yoga. By the practice of eightfold system, Ashtanga Yoga, or by Bhakti Yoga. In each of this process, one has to realize the constitutional position of the living entity, his relationship with God, and the activities whereby he can re-establish the lost link and achieve the highest perfectional stage of Krishna consciousness. Following any of the above mentioned three methods, one is sure to reach the supreme goal sooner or later. This was asserted by the Lord in the second chapter. Even a little endeavor on the transcendental path offers a great hope for deliverance. Second chapter, Salpam Visha Dharmasya Trayate Mahatava. If somebody finish 50, next life will start from 51. Even a little endeavor. Out of these three methods, the path of Bhakti Yoga is especially suitable for this age because it is the most direct method of God realization. To be doubly assured, Arjuna is asking Lord Krishna to confirm his former statement. One may sincerely accept the path of self-realization, but the process of cultivation of knowledge and the practice of the Eightfold Yoga system are generally very difficult for this age. Therefore, despite constant endeavor, one may fail for many reasons. First of all, one may not be sufficiently serious about following the process. To pursue the transcendental path is more or less to declare war on the illusory energy. You have heard this statement. Accepting Krishna consciousness means declaring war against Maya. And if you declare war, blow conch shell and lie down and sleep, enemy will attack. To pursue the transcendental path is more or less to declare war on the illusory energy. Consequently, whenever a person tries to escape the clutches of the illusory energy, she tries to defeat the practitioner by various allurements, as declaring fight. That means you fight the Maya will take a test. A conditioned soul is already allured by the modes of material energy, and there is every chance of being allured again, even while performing transcendental disciplines. This is called Jagat Chalita Manasha. Jagat Chalita Manasha. Fall down from path of yoga. Means deviation from the transcendental path. Arjuna is inquisitive to know the results of deviation from the path of self-realization. Nice question. Now, Sama. If he is not giving answer, what does it mean? You ask someone a question, he is just taking some time to give your answer. What will you do? Guess? You have put this type of question to someone, and he's taking little time to give your answer. What will you do? You'll try to explain this question again with example so that he can easily understand. So Arjuna is doing like that. Maybe Krishna has not understood my question nicely, but I should give some example. Kochit na ubhay vidhvashtas chinna abhram eva nashyati apratishta mahavaho vimuda brahmanapati. Kochit. Whether? No, not. Ubhayo, both. What is it both? Material life, spiritual life, both. Because he has given up material life. No chance of material life. And unable to reach spiritual life, both. Kachit na ubhayo vidhrashta, deviated from. Both. How? Like example. Chinna abram iva nashyati. Chinna, torn. Abram, cloud. Iva like nashyati, perishes. What is meaning? Chinna abram iva nashyati. Like you have seen before rain starts. Before rain it starts. Oh, from all sides, cloud come and concentrate concept, black color. And then it starts. Like anytime rain will start. But some or other, suddenly wind come and took all the cloud. At least the cloud was condensing. The cloud was there in the sky. Now the condensing to give water. Now wind come, no water, no cloud in the sky also. Better you should have stayed in the sky as a cloud, but we are not seeing anything. Is it like Nashati? No. But materially looks, oh, where is the cloud now? Yogi also like apratishta, without any position, not materially, not spiritually. Mahabaho, Arjun, the mighty army. Here, Arjun is called Mahabaho, mighty army. But here, Arjun is calling Krishna as Mahabaho. Mahabaho, O mighty army Krishna. Both are Mahabaho. Vimura Brahmanapati, Vimura, Yildar, Brahmana of the transcendence, both on the path. O mighty armed Krishna, does not such a man who is bewildered from the path of transcendence fall away from the both spiritual and material success and perish like a raven cloud with no position in any sphere? There are two ways to progress. Those who are materialists have no interest in transcendence. Therefore, they are more interested in material advancement by economic development or in promotion to the highest planets by appropriate work. When one takes to the path of transcendence, one has to cease all material activities and sacrifice all forms of so-called material happiness. If the aspiring transcendentalist fails, then he apparently loses both ways. In other words, he can enjoy neither material happiness nor spiritual success. He has no position. He is like a raven cloud. The cloud in the sky sometimes deviates from a small cloud and joins a big one. But if it cannot join a big one, then it is blown away by the wind and becomes a non-entity in the vast sky. The Brahmanapati is a path of transcendental realization. Through knowing oneself to be spiritual in essence, part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, who is manifested as Brahma, Paramatma and Bhagavan. Lord Sri Krishna is the fullest manifestation of the Supreme Absolute Truth, and therefore, one who is surrendered to the Supreme Person is a successful transcendentalist. To reach this goal of life through Brahma and Paramatma realization takes many, many paths. Brahma, Paramatma, Bhagavan. By crossing Brahma, crossing Paramatma, to reach up to Bhagavan, many, many paths. Therefore, the supermost path of transcendental realization is Bhakti Yoga, or Krishna consciousness, the direct method. So, etanme samsang Krishna chettam arasya ashishataha tat anna samsashasya chetta nahi bhavadati. Very powerful statement. Etan me Shangsham Krishna. Etat. Etat, this, me, my. Etat jad me, etan me. This ta become no. The rule of sandhi. Etat me plus me, etan me. This is my Shangsham, doubt. Krishna, oh Krishna. Oh Krishna, this is my Shangshai, doubt. And Shangshai wants to cut. Chetum, to dispel. Chet means cut to pieces. The Sedan. Chetum, to dispel. Arhashi, you are requested. Arhashi means qualified to cut. You can qualify to cut. Though it is meaning Arhashi, means you are qualified to cut. But here, original Purvata, not originally you are qualified, is requested. Setum, to dispel Arashi, you are requested by me. Asheshata, completely. No shesh. No shesh. After cutting, keep something, no. Asheshata, completely. Next, since more powerful. That you, Anno Adar, Shanshashasha, of the doubt, Asadish, Chitta, remove Chetam, for cutting. No, never he, certainly, Upabaddhate is to be found. Apart from you, there is no one can cut. We should approach Sadhu Guru Vaishnava in this way. Toma bina ke dayalu jagata shams. Nobody can deliver me because there are so many deliverers there. Good devotees are there. But my fallen point is so powerful, so severe that apart from you, nobody can. This is my doubt, O Krishna, and I ask you to dispel it completely. But for you, no one is to be found who can destroy this doubt. Sometimes we want to cheat Sadhu Guru. We ask one question, just see what answer he is giving. I'll ask someone else. By doing that, you're cheating yourself. You're asking someone question, let's see what answer he is giving. I'll ask another. So if maybe 2% get two different answer, maybe different way, you have to reject 1%. But you're rejecting one Vaishnava. If you don't have faith, why you're asking? Wasting your time and his time. If you have faith, only then ask. Otherwise, what is the use of a testing? Are you giving to a certificate to go back to Godhead? Why are you taking exam? Oil your own machine. By testing a devotee, what I am going to get? So that is why we should stand and say, only you can deliver me, no other can deliver. Krishna is the perfect knower of past, present, and future. In the beginning of the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord said that all living entities existed individually in the past. Text 12, in second chapter. They exist now in the present, and they continue to retain individual identity in the future, even after liberation from the material entanglement. So, he has already cleared up the question of the future of the individual living entity. Now, Arjuna wants to know of the future of the unsuccessful transcendental. No one is equal to or above Krishna. And certainly, the so-called great sages and philosophers who are at the mercy of material nature cannot equal him. Therefore, the verdict of Krishna is the final and complete answer to all doubts, because he knows past, present, and future perfectly. But no one knows him. Krishna and Krishna conscious devotees alone can know that is what. Bhavishani ja bhutani na mang vedana kashtan. Vedaham samutitani vartamani charcha. Veda aham, I know. Veda aham samutitani atit, past. Vartamani charcha. Present also. Bhavishani ja bhutani. What will happen in the future? I know. Vedaham samaditani vartamanani charcha. Bhavishani ja bhutani. Mang to Vedana question, but nobody knows. I know everything, but nobody knows. Krishna is giving a nice example. Looks, Arjuna is worried. He wants to practice, but is worried about failure. Good sign. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Partha naibhya namutra vinashastasya vidyate nahi kalyanakrit kaschit durgatim tadagachyati. Oh, Arjuna, there is no question of fall down in spiritual path. In Bhakti Yoga. Sri Bhagavan Vacha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, said, Partha, O son of Pritha, no evo no ivo, never is it so. Iho. Iho means iha, this. This means in this material world. Iho. No, never. Amutra in the next life. Iho and amutra. Iho means this material, this life, and amutra means next life. Vinasha tasya vidyate. Vinasha, destruction, tasya, his vidyate exists. No, never. He is certainly. Kalyanakrit. Kalyankrit, one who is engaged in auspicious activities. Kalyanakrit. The practitioner of Krishna consciousness, they are Kalyanakrit. Koshchit, anyone. Durgatim. Goti, Durgati. To degradation. Tata, my friend, Gachati, goes. Krishna asking, is Krishna telling Arjuna and addressing as my friend Tato, very dear one, my friend. Because Krishna saw that he is little nervous, want to give up. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O son of Pritha, a transcendentalist engaged in auspicious activities does not meet with destruction either in this world or in the spiritual world. One who does good, my friend, is never overcome by evil. Here, nice verse quoted from Bhagavad. Takta sadharmam tarunambujam hare bhajan apakko atha patet tato judi jatra ka ba abhadram abhut amushyakim kuvarth apto avajatang sadharmata. Same verse in Bhagavatam. What the origin is asking here? Same verse in Bhagavatam. If someone gives up all material prospects and takes complete shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, there is no loss or degradation in any way. On the other hand, a non-devotee may fully engage in his occupational duties and yet not gain anything. For material aspects, there are many activities, both scriptural and customary. A transcendentalist is supposed to give up all material activities for the sake of spiritual advancement in life, Krishna consciousness. One may argue that by Krishna consciousness one may attain the highest perfection if it is completed. But if one does not attain such perfectionless stage, then he loses both material and spiritual. It is enjoined in the scriptures that one has to suffer the reaction for not executing prescribed duties. Therefore, one who fails to discharge transcendental activities properly becomes subjected to these reactions. The Bhagavatam assures the unsuccessful transcendentalist that there need be no worries, even though he may be subjected to the reaction for not perfectly executing prescribed duties. He is still not a loser, because auspicious Krishna consciousness is never forgotten. And one so engaged will continue to be so, even if he is lowborn in the next life. On the other hand, one who simply follows strictly the prescribed duties need not necessarily attain auspicious results if he is lacking in Krishna consciousness. The purport may be understood as follows. Humanity may be divided into two sections, namely the regulated and the non-regulated. Those who engaged simply in mystical sense gratification without knowledge of their next life or spiritual salvation belong to the non-regulated section. And those who follow the principles of prescribed duties in the scriptures are classified amongst the regulated section. The non-regulated section, both civilized and non-civilized, educated and non-educated, strong and weak, are full of animal propensities. Their activities are never auspicious, because while enjoying the animal propensities of eating, sleeping, defending, and mating, they perpetually remain in material existence, which is always miserable. On the other hand, those who are regulated by scriptural injunctions and who thus rise gradually to Krishna consciousness certainly progress in life. Those who are following the path of auspiciousness can be divided into three sections. Namely, number one, the followers of the scriptural rules and regulations who are enjoying material prosperity. They are called bhakti. Second, those who are trying to find unlimited liberation from the material existence. It's called mukti. Bhakti, mukti. And third one is bhakti. And number three, those who are devotees of Krishna consciousness. Then another, karmi, geni, and bhakti. Three ways. First two groups, non-regulated, regulated. Non-regulated, animal. Regulated human being three types, karmi, geni, bhakti. Those who are following the rules and regulations of the scriptures for material happiness will be further divided into two classes. Those who are fruitive workers and those who desire no fruit for sense gratification. Nishkam karma, shakam karma. Those who are further fruitive, those who are after fruitive results for sense gratification may be elevated to a higher standard of life, even to the higher planets, but still, because they are not free from material existence, they are not following the truly auspicious path. The only auspicious activities are those who lead one to liberation. Any activity which is not aimed at ultimate self-realization or liberation from the material bodily concept of life, is not at all auspicious. Activity in Krishna consciousness is the only auspicious activity. And anyone who voluntarily accepts all bodily discomforts for the sake of making progress on the path of Krishna consciousness can be called a perfect transcendentalist under severe austerity. And because the Eightfold Yoga system is directed toward the ultimate realization of Krishna consciousness, such practice is also auspicious. And no one who is trying his best in this matter need fear degradation. Nice work, Vishnu Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. No, Sample such beautiful purports Prabhupada gave here. Like it gives hope. It gives us hope. How much, if we are not able to practice, also, still, if we are endeavoring, then we'll get some mercy, and we have some chance in the next life. That we understood. As one point came in this purport that when a devotee means like Arjun is having no doubt that without Krishna there is no one who can deliver, who can clear his doubt. So Arjun says like this, and you told that we should have that much faith on whomever we surrender to. Now my question is that when we surrender like that to somebody and that devotee, he says that I'm not qualified, what will tell him? Like he's saying that I'm not qualified, I cannot do anything. It's surely Krishna will bless you. He'll say like this. What does it mean?
That's true. No devotee said, I can give you shelter. As an agent, Krishna will be happy. I'm if a nice agent of Krishna, then Krishna will take care of my customers. So from his part, he will loyal servant of Krishna. If you are a loyal agent of Sony company, if you sell some product to someone, Sony company will take care of it. As agent, you can say, okay, I will supply you. No, I don't have any power. I can connect you with the Sony company. Yes, you are as good as owner of the Sony company. Okay?
Still, means like we still have to have the connection with that person. Or it's not that he connected us with Sony. That means I will only go to Sony now. I'll not have any connection with him.
Sony company will not give you any product. He'll say, go to my agent. I have so many to if you directly go to Sony company owner, if something happens, you need one change the parts, again go. You have to be again with agent.
Yes. Correct.
And for Sony, you have to go Japan. But if you go to the agent, you can get from the Bhubaneswar also only.
Yeah. Thank you.
Haribo. Namro Shitamati.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dhanvati Nams to you. Maharaj, I have two questions. My first one is related to this only. Suppose if you ask a question to your senior devotee or mentor and you are not satisfied, somewhere you do not feel satisfied that, yeah, and then you wait for some other senior like Maharaj, like you, or maybe Preeti or Maharaj to ask the question, same question. So is it a good thing?
Yeah, even seriously, you can ask some other. But if you don't have that much faith, better not to ask. If you want to ask, if some other want to ask, so better directly ask.
Okay. Yes.
If you are not satisfied with that, you have someone else. So why are you going there? Ask him directly.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. And Maharaj, in this, if the Krishna consciousness, we do not, I'm talking about myself. I mean, I don't think so in this lifetime I will attain the perfection in Krishna consciousness. So I gain spiritual piety. And in my next life, suppose if I get birth in some nice, opulent family, And mostly, if you get birth in an opulent family, we see then people who are rich, they do not get into Krishna consciousness. So, at then what will happen to my, because Krishna says if you leave bhakti at 20%, then in your next life, I start with 21%.
Now, if you will give that type of family, this family, why you practice Krishna? That question will, that shloka will come. Krishna will put you that birth, that type of family, why you try to practice unfinished work.
Mm.
Maybe if that life is not finished, then you get another chance. Because whatever you collected, never will vanquish.
Mm.
If you 50% next life you have not done anything, that 50% will not last. You will carry forward next life also. Again is 51. If you don't do that life, the third life, again next life 50. You start from 50.
Mm.
But now, as we have come in contact with Krishna consciousness, that means we are unsuccessful yogi. Mainly we are by causeless mercy. But if we
Yes.
are proud of, okay, we have done something in this. Okay, if we are just something before, that means you are unsuccessful yogi. So why should you die successfully now this time?
Mm.
Who was said, you American boys, it took birth in America, Irish country. That means you're unsuccessful yogi.
Mm.
Good news, but bad news that you have not completed the past life. That you have to finish this life.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Maharaj. That was very encouraging. Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Prabhupada, Bhagavad Gita as it is.